This week, Britain found itself a new Prime Minister, but it also came under renewed pressure from Europe to figure out what Brexit will look like. The Conservative leadership contest came to an abrupt end this week as Andrea Leadsom dropped out of the race and Theresa May was crowned the new Prime Minister. She replaced David Cameron as the tenant of number 10 Downing Street on Wednesday evening. Now, Miss May campaigned as a reluctant Remainer during the referendum campaign, but she announced this week Brexit means Brexit, which will warm the heart of those Tory Eurosceptics. She now needs to use those next few weeks of the summer to figure out what that means and how to balance cutting free movement of people with protecting the interests of the British economy. Now that Britain has a new Prime Minister, the calls from Brussels to get on with Brexit have increased this week. Martin Schulz, President of the European Parliament, has said that talks about it should begin in the autumn without rancour. Now, this is to be expected as he wants to end the instability and uncertainty around Britain's membership. But what matters far more is what Angela Merkel and the other European leaders have to say. And finally, George Osborne ended his time in the Treasury by going on a world tour to tell everyone that Britain is still open for business and that Brexit doesn't mean we're becoming Little Britain. Jeremy Corbyn survived yet another effort to remove him from the Labour leadership this week. Two candidates have launched a challenge against him. The first is Angela Eagle, the former Shadow Business Secretary, who said she will provide a strong opposition to the Tories. The other is Owen Smith, the former Shadow Work and Pension Secretary, who paints himself as the fresh face the party needs. Mr Corbyn's internal opponents in the party tried to keep him out of the contest through procedural manoeuvres, but they failed. The real issue, though, is that this leadership contest is going to drag on throughout the summer and there's going to be no proper opposition to hold the government to account. Those Remain voters who want to see a strong pro-EU voice in Westminster right now are going to be sorely disappointed.
We're on the road to Brexit. Britain voted to leave the EU. A new Prime Minister is ready to make that happen. But nobody is quite sure what it means.